the march that we are going to play at district contest. And you're also going to hear the last piece that we're going to play at district contest, which is the last piece in the program at Tiana. There is Scottish dances, which we're not going to play for you tonight. We're going to save that for district, so you have to come back to hear that one. Same thing in the concert one, to hear the third tune come to the contest in Taze Valley. Super proud of the students sitting behind me on this stage. They work extremely hard. The music that they're given is quite challenging almost all the time, and there's really no restrictions on how difficult something can be, and they go at it and work very hard to be successful. And this band has a very strong history of success in their different performances, and from the convention performance that they played at last year to many other special performances. These students, all the students work hard, but these students back here really put in some effort on this music, and it shows, and I hope that you enjoy what you're about to hear. Up first, to start us off, we're going to have my student teacher, Miss Nicic, come on out and open up with Frederick's Black Devils. And if I can say just a quick word about this march, it's written in the John Philip Sousa style. So you think Stars and Stripes Forever, bum, 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 bum. It has a similar type of flair to it. It has all the same sections and different types of sounds, but it's written by a composer by the name of Paul Murtha, which might mean nothing to you, but Paul Murtha doesn't write concert band marches. It's just not his thing. He tends to write a lot of arrangements. He does a lot of movie music that he arranges from orchestra to band and the other way as well. So he's not really known as a composer of marches. And I found this kind of by accident when I was looking for something new or something maybe a little different, and I stumbled across this march and immediately fell in love with it. And it tells the story of Frederick, who was in World War II, led a group of men who really were, we have a lot to thank for what they did for World War II for the U.S. and some of the covert operations they went on. So this march is meant to celebrate what they did and how they supported the U.S. in World War II. Please welcome to the stage Miss Tiana Nicic and the Symphonic Band with Frederick's Black Devils March. next piece is a Jubilant Overture by Alfred Reed. Alfred Reed is a very prominent band composer. His music is quite popular. He's no longer with us, but he wrote just a wealth of music for concert band. Very tuneful, very rhythmic, very energetic, and as the title would suggest, Jubilant Overture is a very happy type piece. It's very effervescent. Has a nice, beautiful middle section, which Alfred Reed is so known to do. He writes just really beautiful melodic stuff in the middle of some of his really feisty pieces. So much like the march, this is kind of an opener and really exciting. So we'll play this for you first, and then the next piece will take us back to a very classic band, a piece, Second Suite in F by Gustav Holst. First Suite in E flat was the piece that this composer wrote originally for wind ensemble, and we played that a 2 or 3 years ago here, I think, so natural to do the second suite next. And this is in 4 movements. None of the movements are terribly long. The whole piece is 101 minutes. Wait, no, 10 and a half minutes. So each movement's around 2 to 3. The first movement and the last movement are the longest of the 2. So it's the first movement's a march, so it's classic march style, very light, and it features 2 folk tunes. The second tune is a beautiful ballad that features many soloists, and the oboe here will be very featured in that movement. Third movement is kind of interesting. It is the Song of the Blacksmith. So you're going to hear an anvil back there, and the band is kind of the echo of the sound of the anvil. So there's a lot of offbeats, da, 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 and you're going to hear that a lot in the third movement. And the fourth movement is a fantasy, and it features one melody that keeps coming back over and over again in various instruments. And it's just a really great piece. I played this one, I think, when I was maybe a sophomore or a junior in high school. I played it once or twice in college. I played it another couple times when I was in a community band. It's just a piece that everybody plays because it's just so well written. And in a time when band music wasn't really popular, and it wasn't something that happened or was even written for, Gustav Holst was someone who pioneered a little bit of writing for band. And certainly, I hope you appreciate this work and enjoy it, second suite in F. I said oboe at the beginning of this. It's actually a clarinet solo played so well by Riley Griffith over here in the second movement. All right, and for our final piece tonight, this is a newer piece of music published in 2016 called a Tiana. It's actually a 3-movement work that's done without break, but we're only going to play where the 3rd movement begins. He has it written so you can start in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd and play individual movements, or you can do the entire thing. So we're playing just the end, and the reason we're doing this piece will make more sense at district contest because we're playing the 4 Scottish dances, which obviously is 4 Scottish dances. That's what the music is, and it has that sound to it. Tiana is written, and the movement is subtitled to Lafayette, and it's basically supposed to be a New Orleans style street parade and that kind of a dance. So it pairs really well with the 4 Scottish because it's a completely opposite style. It's a lot of fun. It has percussion. Can we hold up what we're about to do? We got washboards in the back. Oh yeah. Okay, we got that going on. You're going to hear some fun trombone, little smear gliss at the end. It's a big flash in the pan ending. It's a lot of fun. And it's a quick little piece, maybe about 4 or 5 minutes in total, and it just keeps on going. There's always something to listen to. So thank you so much for coming to the winter concert tonight. We hope you've enjoyed your evening, and we are happy to present to you our final piece of the night, the Tiana. Quickly though, before I do that, we had one other student who did not get in the program, unfortunately. He was a Class A alto saxophone solo. Brennan Colvard, right here, superior rating. Let's recognize him. Thank you very much. This is a Tiana. you very much for coming tonight. Have a safe trip home, and we'll see you at our next event. Thanks for coming.